narrowly dodged that rocket there. Two more. There we go. Somehow I did in fact survive that.
Kill him! Shoot those humans!
Let's make this through.
Yeah, don't speak
Could still
so
happen.
soon. That is a good point.
Still could happen.
I just hope this time it happens after the checkpoint.
Space Marines!
Can't go.
Space Marines!
There we go. Now they're coming up. And heal. There we go. Now we're back on track. It's like it never happened.
Like it never happened.
Okay. You know, I wonder what Drogon's up to. I think he's just out there vibing. He's just like, I'm killing me some orcs. Doing the God Emperor's work. Waiting for this power source. I mean, I don't even know what his plan was. He was just like, I'm not going to go down there and get it from Titus, assuming that Titus was dead. So, he was just going to leave it there? Question
If
mark?
you are injured, return to your quarters.
Yeah, why not?
Machine gun.
It seemed so important at the time, but apparently just not important enough to drop down, like, a 12-foot hole. It was a little bit deep, but you know what I mean. He definitely could have survived the drop.
Workers of class 9 and below do not qualify for medical attention.
Hey, I remember this section. I died here a lot last time.
I hope that doesn't happen again.
That orc is flying. It might in fact happen again.
Purge the enemy!
Get out of my face! You got in my face, so now you don't get to have my face. Yeah, maybe if I stay back here, I have enough cover where I won't immediately die.
Space Marine!
Because it looks like the majority of them were like up and to the left. So they'd have to physically come around to be able to see me. Say boy, do you hit me?
I didn't even give him a chance to say bye. Rather rude. Must admit.
Very nice shot, if I don't say so myself.
And you don't.
And I don't. Those full shots. Yeah, I wonder how different the controls are on PC versus the controller. Should I try and swap it up a little bit? Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. WASD to move. More green skins. Let's right click. Oh, that's your melee. Okay. Okay. Zoom is control. Interesting. Space to roll. What's your grenade button? Assume it's like F is also. Oh yeah, I suppose like. So that's your melee. I guess F would be the stun button, maybe.
Mm.
Whoa.
Spice Marine!
Load. Oh jeez. This was a great time to swap controls. Okay.
Time to die, human! Smash those Space Marines!
That'll get him. That'll get him. That'll get him. Yeah! Okay. No one else up there?
Shoot those humans!
That's what I was about to say. I figured there was at least one more to get up here. What was I clipped onto?
Kill them Space Marines!
Heck. That looks like all of them. Sweet. Okay. So there's a way up that way. Is there anything worth looking at down here?
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps. Probably not. Alright, we're going up. You know, I was thinking, you know, maybe, just maybe, there might be a voice servitor skull thing here. No audio. Bonk.
Tech Priest will have to bring all of these structures down and rebuild.
This time on top of a mass grave. There, Drogon said to meet at that monument.
That one there. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, you know how the Imperium is with their monument.
Oh, they do
They're like-
really like their monuments.
They're like making that monument.
I don't even know how to activate super time in PC. Suppose I could look at the controls. That is honestly an option, you know. Slash, heavy stab. Backhand, kick, shoulder bash. Execution is E. Gotcha. Other controls. Nothing. That number is inaccurate. I found 35, like, my last playthrough. Maybe. I'm sure it's something silly like tab. No time like in the present to figure it out. In the heat of battle, let's do it.
The evacuation center Gamma welcome. Victoria 15 are operating at full capacity.
Oh, there's Drogon. Objective complete. Plus I got a checkpoint, so if I die right now, it's not even that big of a deal.
Inquisitor Drogon, we need to get you off planet before we're overrun by orcs.
You were exposed to the unshielded power source. In the generator room, I saw it. You held raw energy from the warp. How are you still alive?
The power source conducts warp energies.
The stuff of chaos. Heresy.
My work against the Xenos has the Imperium's blessing.
Can your blessed work help us against the orcs?
My research is of the utmost secrecy. The Imperium forbids its use without sanction.
Consider that your Imperial sanction.
Very well. The power source fuels an experimental weapon at my research facility. The Psychic Scourge. It could destroy the orcs.
You didn't think to bring up this Scourge weapon before.
The Psychic Scourge has never been test-fired, Sergeant. If it malfunctions, it could crack this planet in half.
We're out of options. We fire the weapon and take our chances.
The Psychic Scourge is at the Calkis facility, my research laboratories. It is a fair distance. We will need transportation.
Captain, we aren't far from the plaza where Lieutenant Mira was headed. The Imperial Guard rally point.
They will have Valkyries. We can fly to the research facility. Let's find this Imperial Guard outpost.
Fair enough. Alright. Nothing that way. Bunch of closed doors. This specifically, this part right here reminds me of the boat section in Detroit Become Human. When you actually go to find Jericho.
Right. That's fair.
Just the hallway aesthetic. It's even got the debris. And if there's a servitor in here, it even has the androids.
Injured.
Sure.
Return to your quarters. The machine god will watch over.
I do like me Samantha. Hello. I hear your radio signal.
Gosh, the place knows what.
God damn it. Yeah, we need to get down there and help them out, I think. That'd probably be for the best. Ooh, I found out how to sprint. There we go. Alright. if I got up close and personal. To the whole no one who's in melee range. Okay. Oh yeah. This ain't gonna work. Oh, this ain't gonna work at all.
And we shall know no fear.
Rip.
Well,
We're gonna swap back to controller. I know the
that's
controls.
probably for the best.
To be fair, I wasn't doing half bad aiming with an analog, right?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Alright. Here we go. Excuse me. You want to run that by me again? Log, you son. Ridiculous. Oh, this is a log. This is an excuse of a battle.
Actively just died.
Almost died again just now. This can barely be called a skirmish. You cheeky git. I'm sure that actually would actively piss off an orc. To tell them that their great log is barely an inconvenience.
Inquisitor Drogon's alive. I can't believe we survived that.
Inquisitor, your wound is slowing us down.
I can manage.
Brothers, take him to the Valkyries. I will draw the orcs off and meet you there.
Give the power source to the sergeant then, Captain.
No, Drogon. The orc chieftain wanted the power source. When his orcs see I possess it, not you, they will follow me. Move out.
Which route to the rally point, guardsman?
Bastion Primus is that way. But it's all orc-held territory.
I like the little shimmy he was doing. Alright, time to draw some attention. This won't come to bite me in the ass, I'm sure.
Obviously.
Do not bring personal possessions to public evacuation centers.
Define personal possession. I'm very attached to this axe at the moment. I think I'll bring it along. Oh? Ho ho ho! Don't mind if I do. I do love me a jump pack segment. And I got a thunder hammer. I didn't read anything about it, but I got it.
So, fun fact, as of this is on topic. Today, Space Marine 2 passed 2 million players concurrently.
2 million players concurrently. I think that's the best any Warhammer game has ever done.
2 million Space Marines, which means more people are currently playing as a Space Marine, as an Ultramarine right now, than canonically there are Ultramarines. I think there's only like a couple thousand Ultramarines. If that.
I don't know. I know that at their height, they had like maybe 500,000. But then at the Battle of Calth, I know they lost 90% of their
Yeah, I think in
force.
40k.
So there might be only
after
like
the heresy
maybe
and everything.
10,000 of them left.
Since they can't really like make a ton of Space Marines anymore. I think each chapter only has like 1,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And right now there's, 2 million Ultramarines, technically speaking. Wahoo!
Whatever you're doing, Captain,
Do
keep at
the
it.
Emperor
The
proud.
Greenskins are swarming your way, leaving our path open.
Yeah. Even
Yeah, safe
at the
to
height of the
say,
Imperium of
it
Man.
looks like Space Marine 2 might, in fact, be one of the best-selling Warhammer 40k games.
Yeah. The only other one that I could think of that might be as popular would have been Dawn of War. The other ones have never been that great.
Surprisingly, Warhammer Fantasy has Vermintide, and those sell like hotcakes.
So that's
Yeah, the Vermintide game? We own it. I'm not even played it, I own it.
I'm pretty sure I own it as well.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to the Warhammer Fantasy stuff.
I think Vermintide is just like a very popular game for even for people who haven't played it, like don't get into Warhammer.
Right. From
I
my
think it's generally
understanding, it's like
considered a
Left 4
good
Dead, isn't it? That style of gameplay.
Yeah. Like a fantasy medieval version of Left 4 Dead.
The time for battle is now.
Yeah. Honestly, like, the way that I look at it is, I don't have a lot of games that take place in like, the future type setting, like a sci-fi setting. So I was just like, there's plenty of games that I play that are medieval based. So when I got into 40k, I was like, I already know it's gonna be an absolute chore wrapping my head around everything. I might as well not get distracted by how it also has a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
One portion of 40k is enough. Or Warhammer.
That's fair, but I do think it would be cool if some of the races from Fantasy Warhammer made it into 40k eventually. It's not gonna happen, but I want the game. I want
those
space
are the
rats.
rat people, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. I want space rats.
You want space rats?
I don't know, I just think that would be fun.
Do you think there's an
Maybe not the
is there
space,
an
but I think the war would
equivalent
be
to
funny.
them in 40k?
Not really. I mean, not as a main faction, if anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, as I mentioned before, admittedly, I don't really know what all the different races are, so... There very well could have had a race in here of rat people, and I would not have known. I'm pretty sure there's a race of cat people now. Either that or that's just fan-made.
I don't know anything about cat people.
I think they're called like the Katajim or something like that. But like I said, that very well might be fan-made.
Sounds like someone just really liked Skyrim.
Well, like I saw
just the Khajiit.
the Khajiit. I was seeing like a bunch of random webcomics all of a sudden that involved just cat Actor Militarum.
No, that's not a thing.
That's not a thing, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. It seemed a little obtuse, but then I was like, then again, Warhammer is very off the walls, so what do I know? Then again, they were complaining about female custodes the other month. So what do I know? Maybe cat people is just too off the wall for this franchise.
I'm still annoyed at how that situation went.
Yeah.
Half the people complaining clearly did not. Like, this Warhammer has been retconned so many times. Why get upset at just one? It's ridiculous.
And over that of all things. God damn
Never
it.
forget. Never
Yeah, right.
forgive.
I did. You don't have to
Oh
worry.
yeah, it's like there's nothing like super like imperative to the Lord that stops it from happening, considering they're all wearing armor, so how would you even know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one, you already have the Knoll Maidens or the
Like-
Sisters of Battle. So
Oh
there's
yeah,
already...
that was their big gotcha. Was they were like, well, what if they added men into the Sister of Battle? And it's like, well, at least the Lord had a reason for why men aren't in that army. They went out of their way to explain it. There's nothing like that for the Custodians.
Well, I mean, one, I'm 90% sure even in the novels there were female Custodians.
It's been implied. I know that. Back when people were arguing about it, that there's definitely been implied female Custodians before, but it's never been outright stated, and people just ignored it.
If a job is worth doing,
Man.
it's worth dying for.
I'm getting wrecked.
Yeah. Maybe try a different strategy instead of the same thing twice.
So what you're saying is go in with Giant Hammer.
You know, that worked so well.
It
Do it again.
really did. I think I might try it again.
Yeah, okay.
Ball.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I just don't care. Like, honestly, give me female spacemen, but
Yeah. I mean, heck, a lot of the time, even in the novels, I found the, like, female commanders to be some of the more interesting characters. I mean, you have,
you're
Amarenda Kendall.
just getting shot while jumping around, buddy.
I know, I was trying to dodge and it just wasn't working. Jesus. But yeah, I mean, there have been a couple of really interesting, like, female characters in command that I've just found extremely charming. Like, you have Amandera Kendall, who was a Sister of Silence, who left the Sisters of Silence to become one of Malkador's chosen, essentially. And she was actually the first person to ever commit exterminatus. She called it on a planet that she just thought was completely lost to heresy. So that's a fun fact. The first exterminatus was done, in fact, by a woman.
Equal rights, equal fights.
I am an instrument
Let's
of the
go.
Emperor's will, Trooper. Now indicate to me the nearest concentration of orcs.
Aye, my lord. Master's Plaza is just past his hab complex. It is swarming with the beasts.
Not for long.